this week's episode of the Something. I'm your host, Trapper the Guy,
Bill Bitch,
Frank.
and as we always do, I want to give a shout out to our engineer, Pablo, aka Trap.Teasy,
for president.
aka the Supreme Being.
Yeah, definitely drop some knowledge on some people. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you know, we want to
At least he thinks so.
Believe that, you know, let him tell it, man. He's the smartest person in the room. But we got a special guest today. We got our boy Frank, you know what I'm saying, coming to y'all from Orlando.
What's that?
You know what I'm saying?
And we ain't got, hey,
You know, definitely
Keeping it,
back again.
keeping it frank.
Exactly, man. I'm glad that you're here, man. You know, we like to let people know a little bit about yourself, what you're doing with yourself, man. All your, you know, your Instagram stuff, so they can follow you. Go ahead and spit your knowledge.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Champagne Jr. You know, after the GOAT.
Oh shit.
You know the GOAT. I'm not getting to that. I'll get into that later. Snapchat, DQ_Gatsby. I try to keep it real. You feel me? You know, Gatsby life is what I try to go for. I made it when I was younger though, but you know, I always try to bring my new stuff to my old self.
What does Gatsby like?
The Gatsby's just, you know, it's the
No,
front
no,
life.
no,
It's the
let-
front
let-
life. It's
let 'em know, bro.
getting
What is
to
it?
the money, G. It's getting to the money and just living your best life by doing it. Like, don't worry about nothing else. But don't worry about some things you gotta do. Other people might not think is right,
Yeah.
but you know, they not you, so they don't know what's right.
Exactly. Definitely gotta have a sense of self and shit, man. But you know, I'm glad you're here, man. You know, we enjoy talking our shit, man. You know, you're a person that's been around a while, and you know, you're able to indulge and you know about what it is. So it's only right that you be here because you've been a part of the plan too, and you've been wanting to get on. For the world, they don't know. He's been trying to get on for a minute, man. And we finally got him on here, man. And we're gonna have a good conversation, talk our shit.
I'm gonna try. We're gonna have a good time.
We definitely gonna have a good time, bro.
Right.
You know, we always do this thing when we bring on our guests. We have a rapid five. I ask you rapid, 5 questions, and you kind of just give me exactly what you feel about it off the top of your head. You know what I'm saying? And we get into it later about why you feel that way. All right.
Okay.
My first question is money? If money was no object, what would you do with your time on a day?
If money was no object, I'll try to be, I wouldn't say friendly, I would say more of a leader. Something that I need some type of, because money is very powerful these days, sadly. But if you can't be big with money, I would have to be a leader. I'd have to be some type of leader, leading something, have some type of group, something where, because I want to be known. And God, I felt like since I was a kid, like I was just too outgoing. People like me too much. Like I'm so much of a people person. So I feel like I'd be good at that. I'm also easy at that. I would be good at being a leader, having some type of group, trying to make a difference.
If you had endless money, you would try to affect other people's lives.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's a pretty noble way of thinking. I didn't think that would be your go-to, but I'm definitely happy that you said
So
it.
you involve other people in having less money.
Yeah, exactly. Because most people don't think about it. Most people like, if I had all the kind of money, I'd buy whatever I wanted. That'd be people's first reaction, just to get what they want. But your first reaction was for other people, man. And I think that's a dope way to look at it, especially with you being young and the generation we in, though. Okay, my second question is, what is your favorite movie of all time?
Oh man, my favorite movie.
And you're so young, so you don't even have a long
time.
time to even think about movies.
Jeez, yeah. God, I've seen a lot though. I've seen a lot, from old to new. With my grandma, I've seen so much. I've seen so many cultures, movies. It's really hard.
But just whatever comes to you.
Well, my favorite director is Quentin Tarantino.
So which movie?
So if it had to be one of his movies, Hateful Eight.
Definitely a very good movie. I think if it was me, it would have to be. It probably would be fucking the Vampire.
Vampire in Brooklyn?
No. The Vampire movie.
Dust Till Dawn.
Dust Till Dawn.
Oh,
Dust
Dust Till
Till
Dawn.
Dawn. That would have to be my favorite
It was alright. It was alright.
Dustin.
It was okay.
That's probably my favorite.
And I can't wait till his new movie drop Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's gonna be good too. It got my boy in there though, so
Yeah, I got some good.
yeah, definitely got to go. Okay then, my next question is, name 2 of your pet peeves.
I hate being checked up on. Like I hate people to go behind me and do stuff after I do it. I feel like they think I don't know what I'm doing.
You feel like you're confident enough.
I feel like I'm
think
smart
I'm
enough
dumb?
to do this job.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
I do.
I
Yeah.
definitely know what I'm doing. Being fake also. I don't like when you're not, and not being fake as in lying. I mean being fake as in like not being true to yourself, like who you are as a person.
I think that's one of my
I
biggest
hate when people try to be somebody else for something else.
for somebody else for some reason. For whatever reason that you have to be fake, I just don't. I feel you. I'm definitely, man, that's definitely one of my biggest pet peeves about people that I hang around, people I involve myself with. Is I don't want people to be fake for me or fake for because they think that's how they're supposed to be or they think that's how I want them to be.
It's not a good way.
Let me accept you for your fucked up ways. You know what I'm saying? If I do want to fuck with you, I do. But let me make that decision. So I
Take
definitely,
my decision.
yeah, I definitely.
I can dig that.
And who is your hero? Not your favorite superhero, but who is your hero?
Dang, my hero.
I think that's a good question.
God. Jeez.
That's a good question because I don't even know who my hero is. Because I don't know.
I got a couple.
And
I got a couple of people for different reasons.
Oh, that's good. But at least you got some people on the radar that you can have that influence you to even be your hero. That's a big thing. That's what's up. Well, just give us all 3 of them.
God, alright, I have two. My first hero would be my grandma. My grandma is one of the strongest people I have ever.
She definitely is a
And
tough
one
old
of
bag.
the smartest people I've ever met. And she has she quit school in middle school, 8th grade. She never went to high school to take care of her family. And since that day, she has not stopped taking care of her family. And she just moves on with so much stride. It's crazy. She's so strong. She goes at everything head first. God, her will is amazing.
It is. It's definitely special.
My second one, that would be so much strong. My second one would be Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp because he has so many different personalities, so many different ideas of himself that he acts out in his movies. Like so many ways he can just break himself off to become so many different things. But he still has himself. Like he doesn't lose himself between them. And he's been through a lot too. And people talk so much shit about his acting. And he's still pushing.
He's definitely one of the GOATs though.
He is one
One
of
of
the
the best
greatest
actors.
actors.
He's definitely one of the GOATs.
He's such a good person. I think
He's one of my favorite actors.
And for him to dress up as one of his characters to go to like hospitals and walk around the beach to take pictures with kids, that's a hero.
Yeah, I definitely.
And
Somebody who inspires me.
the fact that you're thinking about like not even a real person as a real hero, you're just thinking about somebody that's like a movie star as your second hero. You know what I mean? Like, thinking about that, like why do you think that is? That you don't have another like at least 2 real people in your life that you could look to as a hero.
Honestly, my life there's a lot of twists and turns. It was a lot of believe in what I tell you to believe, no matter what anybody else says. And then as I got older, most of that stuff was lies. Like I should have been listening to the people.
Like, that's what they say. Like you spend most of your adulthood unlearning things that you learned, growing up.
Definitely have to. And this heroes, man, it's hard, man, because you gotta kind of think of what you think a hero is. You know what I'm saying? You have to kind of define what you feel is a hero, and that plays a part in who your hero is. So I definitely, it's a hard question. I would have to think about
Especially
it.
on the spot.
Especially on the spot.
Question.
That's a hard question for me to even try to think of and try to go through my whole life and think about all the people who affected me in certain ways. I got a personal question though that I want to ask you about. Who better, Drake or Lil Wayne?
Yeah. Let's do it.
You know,
Who
better? Who the GOAT?
Champagne Jr. in the building.
Hey, because Drake out here saying he the GOAT.
Champagne
He
Jr.
didn't know it, but you
Come
know,
on now.
I don't know.
Let's do it.
I don't know.
You should have a thing to do.
Honestly, because ain't nobody do it like how they did it. Like they both was just these outstanding ass niggas, and then it's like it's hard to Lil Wayne taught Drake, so it's like it's hard to say that. I mean, the teacher can surpass the master, but Jesus, I don't know, bro. Lil Wayne is like, and everybody say he been tripping.
I feel what you're saying, but in the 48 laws, the teacher, the student can never pass the master.
You don't think so?
I'm a Wayne.
You have to get up. If he taught you this, like you can never pass him because without him, you wouldn't have it.
Yeah, but you can always add something to it to make it better. You can always put your own
At the end of the day,
spin
he's the roots that started the tree for you. So you can never surpass him.
I don't know. You know, I'm a big Wayne fan. You know, I fuck with Drake.
I think it's past.
Honestly, I think it's too early to decide.
As in Wayne's
I think it's too
world,
early to decide.
there's nothing.
But
Exactly.
But
to me, bro, and I fuck with Drake. You know, I fuck with Drake. But to me, I don't think there's nobody fucking with Wayne. That's just. And that might be my biased opinion because I've been a Wayne fan for
I've been a Wayne
so
fan
long, since so long, bro.
I think
I've been riding with him, but he hasn't given me reason, and this is how I look at it. He hasn't given me reason to think that he's falling off. He's not capable of. Me and Pablo was just listening to his Addiction verse on Big Christian, and I was like, oh yeah. This nigga is still just out here slaughtering shit, like and it's so effortless. You can hear. I just listened to it. And this is not. He didn't even have to do this at all. Like, this is just what I do.
Exactly.
But I know Drake has alludes to that too. Like he has made words like it's effortless. He's like when that one song he say, I just come in. You know, every time I come in, I drop a track. It's gonna be first take Drake. Never take two, and every time they take to it, like he's
Western Road flows.
Yeah, he has them bars too.
Western Road flows.
That lets me know that he can spit his ass off, bro. But that's just Wayne, man. I just see the uneffortless flow, bro, when he spits shit, bro, and he can spit on any kind of shit. Like the nigga had a whole rock album. Everybody wanted to talk shit about his rock and roll album, but that shit went gold. He killed that shit, right? Because you gotta realize he was doing something that nobody else could do. It wasn't like he was on a rock album with other rock people. This nigga made a rock album himself. The nigga's talented, bro. It's just, I refuse to take it away from him, bro, because they say he been missing for 4 or 5 years. That just let me know he got so much shit that he finna. His next album called The Fruit. You already know what that.
Drop
Listen,
the graveyard. This nigga's supposed to.
I think he let niggas know he about to put niggas to sleep. Before I go out, I'm go ahead and just. But he passed the torch to it.
That's a lot of pressure, man.
He passed the torch to nobody better than Drake and Nicki Minaj because they have lived up to every bit of his expectations, if not more. I can truly say that. Drake has surpassed, especially Drake. He's the most polarizing figure in rap right now. As far as music and just putting out shit, he's the most polarizing. Everybody wants something to do with Drake. Drake could just almost do anything. And you don't even have to like his music, but people are gonna follow him. He's on the level of the Beehive, and I'm not making that shit up. How motherfuckers just gonna fuck with Beyonce no matter what? Like she can put out some trash shit, and somehow they're gonna find the beauty in it. Same way Drake fans are. He could put out something that's just not good, and they're gonna find the beauty in it. And whether it's 2 bars or 3 bars. They're gonna make that 2-3 bars make it, but that's more giving him props. That's how good he is. That he has engulfed people in his way of life and music. That he has entranced people to it. And I think Jay-Z did it. He had that flavor too. But and Lil Wayne has it. Like I feel like Chris Brown has it. They just have things that
see. I'm just gonna give my one spiel of that shit. Like this is more y'all topic. But like what I will say about Drake is that people always like they like. There's no way you could ever put Wayne up against Drake because fucking Drake came in and got big, Nicki got big, while Wayne was on his biggest wave.
Yeah, he was able to push them way better.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it
came in on Wayne wave.
But the crazy part is,
Birdman picked up Wayne.
No, but Birdman was
never
He still had face, though, did he not?
No, he didn't have face. No face.
Juvenile.
Listen, no face. Exactly. No face has it.
Shit.
rapping. He had to face up a hustler and people
Yeah.
recruit talent. You can't remember one bar that.
Oh no, I'm not saying Birdman.
Please give me a quarter with my bird.
No, I'm definitely not saying Birdman has to be the rapper. No.
Bird is hot.
I hate when he gets on. songs
First of all, I'm just saying
Some of the
that
number one
I hate
star.
it.
that's his hottest line.
I hate him, bro.
Number fucking one star. I'm not fucking with
That
it.
ain't understand.
And I like Big Timers music. Don't get me twisted.
yeah,
I
I
like
loved it.
Big Timer
Yeah.
music. I love that music. But he was not making music and getting people sticking with the music.
So y'all didn't like Father and Son?
No, I do
Still,
like Father Son,
Wayne.
but that was because of Wayne. Wayne,
Yeah.
I'm sure. I don't know. I heard gospel. I ain't trying. I'm sure Wayne wrote that shit.
Wayne wrote shit with them on song.
That's what I said. I'm sure he wrote that shit.
He
Bro. I'm sure
wrote
that was
that.
all Wayne. Not saying that I know Birdman when he rapped. Like now. I know Birdman wrote what Birdman wrote. Because he writes simple things.
Yeah, he does.
I'm not trying to be funny. But that's
We're not trying to be funny.
his
line at the
his
end of the
music
language,
has never
I
been
know.
something to be like, he's never been like no spitter, like articulate himself in that kind of way. He's always been number one stunner. Like, I'm gonna talk about cars, clothes, and hoes. Getting money. That's his rap. I'm cool with that. Because that's what made him big. They're big timers. They're money people. So it is, But Wayne the GOAT. It's okay. Drake is
You can't
not
compare
that
the two.
far. Drake is not that far. He's not that far back. I'm a big Drake fan. I'm looking forward to this next album.
Drake will always be beneath Wayne, but period.
But
Shit you can do about it.
since we talk about people, I brought up Beyonce.
He's not done yet.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they.
He's not done yet.
Not
Yeah.
done.
We can't.
So
Gotta wait till the end of
got
the
one
night.
more question.
Oh no, that was my last question. Drake, what's Beyonce. She's doing music. She's gonna be on the new Lion King coming out. So what y'all think about that in the movie? How y'all think that movie's gonna go? First of all, think it's gonna be like Wakanda forever, break records, billions of
Oh
dollars.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna break records. One off its name is gonna break records. And the cast is really gonna break records. They bring in James Earl Jones back. That voice itself should sell millions of dollars.
All right, I'll be down in a second.
And
Y'all can see.
yeah, no, we got you. But like, I'm looking forward to the movie. I don't think I'm looking forward to the movie for the same reasons everybody else is looking forward to the movie. Is that the best way to like kind of put it out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that it's a predominantly black cast. I like that they bring it back James Earl Jones because I don't think nobody could do Mufasa like he does. Like he does Mufasa. I'm just hoping. I'm not like everybody else. Like I'm not looking forward to the. Like you've seen a lot of the memes. If that ain't right, then people not fucking with it. I just don't want them to go too far away from it. You know what I'm saying? The core of the movie. If the movie is still at its core, like The Lion King, kind of like what they did with Beauty and the Beast, they kept it the core of what we know. I'm cool with it. But if they do like they did with Tarzan, then I might have a problem.
But no, I think that was one of their last mistakes. So they've been getting good at making movies. They've been getting really good at making movies.
Especially live action.
Yeah, all they gotta do is keep certain pieces they love. Because with Aladdin, they did it. It was real good. Will Smith didn't try to change Robin Williams' parts too much. He stuck to his own stuff, which is good because nobody could live up to Robin Williams. So it's good that he did that.
Yeah.
But with this Lion King, I hope that I'm pretty sure they're gonna stick to it because they can't mess up. They can't mess up.
I just hope.
They can't mess up the movie.
I hope like what we were talking about earlier.
The
That they don't give her big.
The biggest change is gonna be Beyonce's part.
I hope they don't give her too big of a.
She's gonna push it, and Nala really doesn't have a big part of
She
this.
does
movie.
not have a big.
But watch when this movie come out. Nala's gonna have a great part of this movie.
But I just hope that they don't try to make Beyonce overshadow Nala's part. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I doubt that.
And I just don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want it to be about Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be about the movie and about the Lion King, but I don't want to hear a whole lot of Beyonce singing throughout. I don't want to hear Nala singing 2 new songs.
Yeah,
that
for sure.
She never.
Making a whole.
Yeah, I don't want it to be.
For sure. She probably gonna get a whole Simba coming back to the
Yeah, I don't want to have.
We
I don't.
need you.
I'm not saying that it'll be bad. That's not what I'm looking for. And I know.
But you know, I think they sing. Can you feel the love tonight?
No, and that's cool.
And they didn't sing that in the movie. So I think that's.
But no, I'm cool with that. I'm cool that if she sings, because that's still the song in the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with her singing that. I just don't want her to have a brand new song with Nala,
Oh,
and she got her own airtime, and Nala's over there running through the pride line singing, "I'm on my way to get
simple
food."
for sure. For sure.
Like,
for
I don't
sure.
want that shit.
For sure.
So,
But they have a lot of good things coming out. Because Seth Rogen as Pumbaa is a great actor.
And I think the
Seth
cast,
Rogen
I think the
is-
cast is great.
So
Even with Seth Rogen, and man, I think the cast. I think the movie's gonna be dope. I don't think it's gonna be on the Wakanda forever level, but I do think it's gonna be the best selling in the Disney live action movie.
So
I think it's gonna be the highest paid one, and I think it's gonna be the best one. Because Lion King, even like I said, with the regular cartoon when it came out, it was such a massive movie. It was just everybody knows the Lion King. I don't give a fuck what race you're from. Everybody knows the Lion King because it was just that big of a movie. So I think it could still be. I don't think it'll be on that level no more, but I think it'll still be a big movie.
yeah, that's gonna be. I hope they don't. I hope they don't cut out too many scenes from the cartoon, like like the Timon dancing in the luau scene.
It's just certain things you can't take away. And even though it wasn't big scenes, that's a classic scene. The Be Prepared song, it has to be there. And it has to have, or it has to have that same vibe, that menacing vibe that he had in that.
Cutthroat.
It, just certain things you can't take away. The way Mufasa died and the life lessons that he was teaching. Certain things, even though they weren't like the best part of the movie, they were key moments that you missed.
Like when they were saying Mufasa to the hyenas.
Yeah, it's like those what made the movies. Like, so I feel like as long as they keep those little hidden gems, bro, it'll be perfect.
They could have brought more people back. So I'm mad they didn't. Like Whoopi could have did her role again.
Whoopi could have.
I feel like they got James Earl Jones, and then the rest was like, "Hey, can we?" And they're like, "Nah, niggas."
Yeah.
Nah,
I felt like they was like,
we good.
We gotta bring in younger people
We
that
don't need
people know.
nobody
We
else.
can't bring in the whole old cast because nobody knows.
Don't nobody know.
Yeah,
And
so
it shouldn't be for the kids.
younger.
These Disney movies shouldn't be for the kids. Honestly, fuck these kids. Honestly, fuck these kids.
Yeah.
These Disney movies coming out shouldn't be for the kids.
It's really
because
good
they didn't
because
put
they
in
don't
on this shit
Yeah.
to get these goddamn movies.
Yeah.
They didn't wait this time.
They don't know about
They
those.
didn't watch these movies over and they don't know nothing about this. I work at the movies. I see these parents coming in with their children trying to explain little parts that happened in Aladdin and trying to explain little parts that happened. No, they're not gonna understand
It's for
because
us.
they didn't watch.
Because it's really for
the
us.
cartoon.
Like I said, it's really for
Fuck
us.
these kids for these new Disney movies and make it for the adults. If y'all make it for the adults, y'all sell more.
And the kids
And
gonna
y'all
come
get
too.
the kids are gonna come too because we're gonna force them to
We're gonna
come.
bring the kids. This is what
Y'all
I want
got
to
no
show you.
fucking choice.
This is a real anime when
We
I was
gotta
a kid.
watch
Like, we wanna
Gumball,
show real cartoons.
Steven Universe. You gonna watch these live action animals
Yeah,
singing shit.
exactly. They have a meaning behind it. Because a lot of the Disney stories had meanings behind it. There was something behind the story. A lot of these cartoons now is just
Disney is a culture and damn near religion, bro.
it's definitely a fucking religion. It's a
Yeah.
cult. It's definitely a fucking
Disney,
cult.
yeah, Disney.
It's definitely a cult.
They have that man's head. So you have that man's head underground somewhere. For
Yeah,
them?
it's
Come
a
on,
cult.
so they definitely worship this.
Yeah, it's definitely a fucking cult.
You know, like they put it in your head, like since you were like the Disney is made for the kids. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it's crazy though,
They-
because all
they
their stories are twisted, dark ass stories.
And they are. Most of the
they
stories are
made
twisted
for
dark. That they
children.
made lighter.
Yeah,
No,
that they made for children.
they made them lighter as they got better. But some of these stories have a very dark, twisted undertone to them.
Yeah, because they're grim stories.
Yeah, they're
Mostly
they're
things
mostly
die.
grim stories.
Sleeping Beauty never woke up, guys.
Exactly.
Sleeping Beauty never woke up,
But
guys.
just even when she do wake up, it's just a evil undertone to it that it was this dark power put the whole world to sleep because you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a dark undertone. Sword in the Stone with the witch, you know, trying to kill him and stuff. It's always a dark undertone to most of the Disney stuff. So, but that's real. But that's just how it is.
That's one girl that got ate.
Yeah, that's what Griffin got ate in the kitchen. Goddamn Snow White's mother poisoned her.
Poisoned her.
And then tried to kill her. So
That
it's like
that
there's
kiss ain't wake
always
her up.
there's always been a
Kiss
dark
ain't wake her up.
undertone for those kind of movies. So I definitely agree with you with that and stuff. So, but like I said, man, I'm looking forward to it. I want it to be a good movie. I want it to be successful. I just want it to not try to do too much.
Okay, shit. Let me get my spiel before we get out of this, man. I know I was interrupted, but you know what I mean. What I will say about Lion King is Lion King was a very, very powerful cartoon movie. You know know what I mean? Like, shit made me cry, bro.
It made, listen.
I cried. I seen the shit in the movie theater and I cried, bro.
It was very touching.
I don't remember what exact age. I know it had to be from like 8, 9, 10, some shit around there, bro.
But I know, I'm with you, like, you know, like you were saying about Boosie, and he was like, people, like, all the toughest niggas, like, bruh, first of all,
it was a powerful movie, man.
Listen, if you wasn't,
Mufasa died,
when Mufasa but it's not just when he died, it's the whole build up to how he died. The way Scar could have saved him and let him go. The way Scar planned it all in the background. The way he put the blame on the son and tricked him into running away, then try to kill. It's so much. Like I said, the dark undertone on it made it even worse because Mufasa was such a good person, powerful person, trying to save the Pride Land, and for somebody who you love close to you to do it, he could touch anybody in the heart. That's why I feel like it ain't got nothing to be with gangster, bro. If you can't feel that kind of hurt, knowing that somebody you love could betray you just to have your position, then that's real life shit. And I cried, bro. And like I tell people to this day, I don't even watch Lion King because I know that when it gets to that part, and I already know it's coming. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm boo-hoo crying, but my nigga, you gonna see some. My eyes gonna be watery as shit. What's up, bro? Like, God damn it, this motherfucker Scar. Fuck him. But then the crazy part is I loved Scar.
He was a real ass nigga.
He was such a gangster manipulator. It was more of his smarts that made me love him because he was such he got motherfuckers he got their enemies to be his goddamn minions. Bro, that's crazy. And he was able to manipulate not just him, he manipulated all the goddamn lions through fear. Like, bitch, I got these hyenas.
Yeah.
What's up? You either gonna get down or lay down.
Ain't gonna lie, man. You know, like really the way I feel about the movie is that it has to be a powerful movie. Imagine like how potent the cartoon is. So imagine what the movie got to live up to is a lot that this movie got to live up to. You know what I mean? And I think that they got a lot of the characters right. You know, with Seth Rogen being Pumbaa. You know what I mean? Like, he a funny dude. I've been watching Seth Rogen stuff, so I know he's a funny dude.
Definitely funny.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I just hope it just got to be right.
It just got to. That's what I said. I don't think it's gonna live up to the expectations that the
cartoon has, but it's gonna kind of fuck up our childhood a little bit. Like, you know what I mean?
I think they're gonna do good. I think they definitely gonna do good because they, like you said, the cast is a bunch of people who know about Lion King. I'm sure they grew up on it, so they're gonna want to give that genuine feel for it. So I think it's gonna be a good movie. Like I said, is it gonna be Wakanda Forever type money? Maybe not. But I do think it's gonna be the highest selling Disney live action movie.
I think it will be.
What? Wakanda Forever? Well, if it do it, that's still dope because I'm all for Black Power movies.
Like really, that's what they want to happen. They're trying to get that, like, okay, they're trying to get that off our record. You know,
yeah,
like, let's
exactly.
break this record, so we ain't gotta talk about this shit no more. They ain't got nothing to celebrate.
And we want to promote Black excellence in us.
And they put damn near all Black actors.
But what's better to surpass?
It should have been those African.
But what's better to surpass a Black movie
they
that broke records than another Black movie that's all Black cast mostly to break it? That'd be perfect. That's just how it should be. We should be breaking our own records within ourselves. So I definitely agree with you. And on the topic of movies, what about the masterpiece I Got to Hook Up To movie? I've been seeing mixed reviews. Well, I've been seeing nothing but bad. I don't want to sit there and lie and say mixed. I heard it was all bad.
Yeah, it was all bad. I haven't seen anything good yet. But you know, like I guess I just see the beauty in it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The fact that that it is an all black movie, regardless if it wasn't made or shot right, or you know what I mean, it wasn't a good movie. Period. You know, at the end of the day, it was supposedly fully independent.
Yeah.
So like you could say it's opening up a door for
more fully
us to come through and do more independent shit. You know what I mean? So us kind of knocking it down is basically we knocking ourselves down. Like, okay, he's trying to open the door, so we just shut it right back. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I have a, you know, I guess opposite opinion to where like, you know, like maybe it was just a hustle. You know what I mean? Using like, because like the only reason I got the hookup is even a thing is because the first movie was a classic back in, you know, what it was, the 2090s.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? And guess who made all the money off of that? It wasn't Master P and it wasn't everybody in the movie. You know what I mean? So I think he just doubling back. You know what I mean? And he getting some of that profit.
I mean,
Could be that too.
in my head, I mean, to me, do I really care if he make money? I mean, because that's what it is. White people been getting money off you and been doing bad movies too. And you still spend money on bad movies there. So I don't have a problem with him making a movie and it not being up to expectations, because that's what movies do. And I'm not expecting him like me personally, like we were speaking on, I didn't think he was gonna live up to the I gotta look up one of them anyways. So to be honest with you, I wasn't gonna go out and see it like that anyways. Like I'm not gonna sit there and say I wasn't gonna watch it, but I wasn't gonna go out my way to see it. Like if I was to happen to watch it, then I would watch it. But that's not the play on black movies. That's just me as a movie watcher. I've never been a big, like, I have my own certain taste in movies. And I have a very kind of dark type of movie that I like. I like to watch a lot of killing and murderers and shit like that. So when I say that I wouldn't watch it, it's not because I don't want to support it. It's just that's not kind of movies that I watch on the regular anyways. I wouldn't go out. I would much rather go watch a horror movie or a slash or a killer movie than I would watch anything. So that's just me. But one thing about it, if people are saying that Master P's whole undertone for what he put out the movie was to just hustle black people into giving him money, but if it is true, that's just part of the hustle.
That's a narrative.
That's a narrative, and that's just part of being a hustler. You take advantage of opportunities where people are weak in, and you feed off that shit. That's just a part of it. White people been doing that since, colonizers been doing that since the beginning of time. And I feel like it's just a trait that he done mastered, so he done made a little money. But the downside to it, if it is what he's done, he's hurt himself in the long run. Because now people are not gonna be invested in him.
People spending their money for quality.
Exactly. You still have to put out something with quality. So now it's gonna be harder for him. If he was really trying to open the door, it's going to be harder for him to make another movie and people support him because he made such a bad quality movie. So it's a double-edged sword just for him. So he was better off spending the extra money, making it worth something so people have faith in him and keep running. But like I said, this is just a narrative that he might have done. We don't know if it's true. I don't think he came out and spoke on it. So
he calling everybody haters. He came out of, who's a hater in your neighborhood? That's what he said.
But you know what? But we acting like Master P is the only person that came out with a bad movie that's made by black people. And we were speaking on this too. It's hit and miss with any kind of movie. But especially with black people movies because we don't have the kind of funding to back it. So we can't expect him to put out no outstanding movie. But at the end of the day, the script could still be really good. Like we said, we done seen B-rated movies. Everybody done seen a B-rated movie that we thought was great. Even though it was B-rated.
Cult classics.
Cult classics, right? That's what they are. So he'll be alright. Because I feel like Master P has his cult people that follow him and they're gonna support him and people. And like I said, it's all about time. And if he does it at the right time, people are gonna go and try to support him. It's all about what you do. So, but I mean, cause like, have you ever seen the movie that it was on YouTube for a long time? It's called Plug Love.
I don't know. I've heard about it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you
a lot of people have been talking about it.
It's a very subpar, but it's a very good movie. Let me just say it. It's not. It's one of those good bad movies. You know what I'm saying? And that's just. I think that's just how. It's low budget. It's not a lot of people in it, but I guess it's so relatable. So it makes it a good movie. You know what I'm saying? It makes it somewhat good. It's tolerable. You'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't just say, "Oh, that's just a god horror, let me cut it off." You'll watch the whole movie and you'll be like, "Oh, it wasn't really good. They should have did some things, but for what they spent on it, I can see." You know what I'm saying? You'll give it a reason to make it all right. Like, okay, it's good for what it was. But I think because Master P is such a polarizing figure, we just expect him to put out something. And like I said, going off the strength of what I Got to Hook Up 1 was, we just expected it to be, if not as good, better. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't live up to expectations. So people were disappointed. So,
That's what it is.
but I agree with you with the fact, just supporting black people. And we can't tear them down because like, we don't tear down these white folks. We just allow them to keep making more movies and we go and support them. Because, like, you know, they don't, like, it's the crazy part is the colonizers, the people who got big money.
Don't get mad because he hyped you up. These white folks hype your ass up too with these previews that look good where they take the best shit. And then
exactly. When you get a movie, it's not that fucking good. And you feel, and I feel like that's just a part of the game plan. And then I feel like more than the movie hyping us, we hype ourselves up about it. Like, damn, I really want to see that. We don't really know nothing about the movie. We just like, damn, I want to see that movie because it looks good from the little shit they put out. And then
the fact that we don't know.
because we don't know, but then when we get it, we're like, god damn, they got fucked up. Like Spider-Man 2.
Whoa.
Spider-Man
3, my fault, 3. Spider-Man 3, Far From Home.
No.
That's
That's
not
not
It's
even
okay,
It's not
and it's
bad.
not
Not
bad.
even 3.
That's
How about
the
the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3? That's what the fuck.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about Far From Home.
We're talking about Far From
The
Home.
one that just came out. That's in movies.
Alright,
Listen,
it's a
Listen,
good movie.
Tobey Maguire wasn't a bad Peter Parker.
Crazy.
He wasn't a bad
it was
Peter
very
Parker.
bad.
Terrible.
He was the nerdiest Peter Parker that
And that makes him a
ever
good
had.
Spider-Man because he's a
Exactly,
nerdy
because
Peter
he
Parker.
was nerdy.
He was a good Peter Parker. I thought he
That's a
was.
whole nother topic,
I
bro.
thought he was.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother topic. I'm not even gonna get on to the Peter Parkers. But like I said, now, do I think that the Spider-Man, the legit that's playing Spider-Man, do I think he's a good Spider-Man? Yes.
Yes.
But do I think the movie was good? Like,
Yes.
outstanding? No.
So he's your favorite Spider-Man out of those three?
Nah, Miles is an amazing Spider. He was my
So you
favorite.
like Andrew Garfield?
The one that plays Spider-Man.
The one that played Amazing Spider-Man.
Pretty much. I don't even think I seen him. So I stopped watching Spider-Man after Tobey Maguire came with the black Spider-Man.
God,
The
that
Venom.
movie- that
Venom.
movie was a comedy.
Yes.
dog.
After that shit, I just
Oh.
stopped watching Spider-Man. So I was like, alright, I'm done. And then I seen him. I didn't even see it, but I saw that Jamie Foxx was playing the villain in one. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, I said,
Also, Gwen
I'm
died.
done
They
watching
showed Gwen
Spider-Man.
Stacy down there. That touched my heart.
I'm done
I
watching.
almost cried then. Gwen died.
In Spider-Man?
Yeah, because it was Emma Stone. I like Emma Stone.
Oh, you just said it.
Yeah,
I like Emma Stone.
Emma
too.
Stone is
definitely-
good.
Emma Stone was dope.
I definitely wouldn't
She's
cry
dope
because
as
she
shit,
died.
She was dope.
Sometimes I just feel like colonizers should die.
Just call it fucking-
Okay, like, where did that come from, bro?
What?
Where did that come from?
What? Colonizers should die in the movies? I just feel like they should die.
What makes them hug? Because they're white.
Hell
Oh no, like,
Colonizers.
I know why they colonizers. Need to figure out why.
Yeah,
I know
not
that
just
colonizer.
not just because they're
I'm
white.
saying.
Because we got colonizers and I call white people white people. You got different. It's different. Just like you got some people might call niggas niggas. Then you got black. It's different level. We can get into that another time about colonizers. We can talk about.
I see.
That's a whole nother podcast. What is colonizers? But I just feel like in most of these superhero movies, and not most of them, damn near all of them, these superhero movies, they portray that there's really not that many black people there. Like, we just don't really exist in superhero movies. We don't really exist in their kind of movies. Black people are just like, we're not really a part of
Yeah, we're
the
not
earth.
a part of that world.
We're not a part of that fucking world, bro. You run into a few black people in superhero movies. And if you do really run into them, they're just a nobody.
Yeah, they're really not that.
Like if you look at superhero movies, that it's like only people that get blessed with superhero powers are colonizers. And then when we do get a somewhat of a superhero, like what's his name? The strong dude.
Y'all had the strong dude.
The strong dude that's on Netflix. Luke Cage. He's a superhero, but he's not a superhero. He just got impenetrable skin. He doesn't have the outlandish powers that some of these superheroes that's white have. You got a black Green Lantern.
Yeah,
You do have a black Green Lantern, but he's not the most known Green Lantern.
We got Static Shock.
I thought he was strong.
First of all, stop it, bruh. Static Shock is not a superhero.
Static Shock.
First of all,
Static.
No,
Like, it's
he's
really
not a
the-
superhero.
First of all,
That nigga's a hero.
First of all, not even that. You just named somebody that I'm sure a lot of people don't even know who the fuck he is.
They should know Static Shock.
Who is they? People of your age and lower?
Maybe a little older. Static Shock came on. It was right around my generation.
Static Shock.
I was young when this came on, but it was
Static
Hey,
Shock.
you know who this Static Shock voice? Fucking Urkel.
Do you think that Static Shock can go up against? I know who the fuck he is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's not a superhero. Do you think that Static Shock can go up against the Flash? Or can he even go up against Spider-Man or Superman
a lot
or
of people can't go.
none of these
Spider-Man.
superheroes, bro?
Yeah, I believe
He
anybody
can't.
can be super.
He can just getting wet circuits him. And so many times he done fell in water and just been done.
I don't know about him. I don't
Hey,
think
hey, Flash can't
you
get
think.
Flash.
You know,
Yeah.
He's faster
Well,
than
he does,
the
yeah.
Shock. He's faster than Static Shock. You won't never see him coming.
I guess.
All right, but
I guess.
No, we talking about Flash.
But-
Spider-Man.
oh no, I
Spider-Man.
don't know.
Yeah.
You
Flash
didn't think
kills
Spider
Spider-Man.
Sense?
It wasn't even be
I
fast
don't
enough
even think he's
All he
fast.
has to do is feel him up
It
finna
wasn't
go
even
to
be
whatever
fast.
speed he finna
It
go
wasn't
to.
be
He
fast
just get
enough
up
for
on
him
it,
to
dog.
tick.
No, I don't think that's how his spider sense works. I don't think he can change the fastness.
And
of
what
his
is he
spider
gonna do?
sense.
What is he gonna do to speed? He gonna break his neck super fast speed or some shit like that?
I don't know. We're not.
Or
I don't
he
think
got-
we can. I don't think.
Listen,
Shake his head. Ain't nobody finna sit there while you shake their goddamn hand.
he's doing it so fast.
He's doing it so
You gotta
fast.
realize that they're slowing it down so you can see it. But in actuality, he's going so fast that these people, they're trying to show you that he's going so fast that the people don't even know that it's happening because he's moving so fast. But we can have a podcast about superheroes and how the fuck who's better, bro. But we because that's a whole nother topic too. But
Hey, it seems like an interesting one. I'm just listening.
like
It seems like it would be interesting and entertaining.
yeah, with the superheroes, we could talk about it because me and Pablo done spoke about who should be the most powerful, who's the best superhero, and it's Silver Surfer. But we're not gonna go on it. We're not, Pablo. We're not. I know we both didn't agree on. I know we didn't. That's why I said we done had arguments. We had arguments about that.
He's the only one who agreed on that. That's the
I'm the
crazy
only
part.
person that agreed on it. And it's not about agreeing. I'm just saying we done had a conversation about who we feel who should be the most powerful. And I feel like it's Silver Surfer. Well, that's neither here nor there. What we want to do is talk about, though, since we're talking about superheroes and people who are aliens. And
No, we're not talking about aliens. We're talking about all this shit that's going on right now about everybody, like, it's supposed to be up, like, damn near up to 1 million people right now that's supposed to raid Area 51.
so my question is we making this a national day off? How is 1 million people getting a day off to go raid this place? I just want to know.
I wonder how they finna get there.
I mean, some people could sacrifice a day
I wonder how
out of
they-
their paycheck.
My
Is it-
question
but
is-
they know where it's at.
Exactly.
It's
Like,
only
these million people definitely gonna be well off.
But my thing is this: do we actually know exactly
A
what
lot
we
of
have to?
them will.
What are you finna fucking raid? Is
They
it
don't
actually
know.
Area 51 or is it just someplace that we call Area 51?
Yeah.
I
don't
What is Area 51?
That's what I'm saying. So what are we raiding? Where? I want to know where these people
Where they
going.
get this proof from?
Where they going? Where we going out there to text? I mean,
No,
Somebody
Somebody
got it there. That's why I said.
that's what I'm saying. We're finna go to. We're going to
Somebody
Arizona.
got to provide them proof where the Area 51.
That's what I'm saying. So we just about to all
Exactly.
meet up and meet here and be like. And then you got Trump is he's such a television star because he's feeding it to him. Oh, we're not gonna shoot him. We're gonna use airsoft bullets. And, I mean, listen.
CO2.
If I believe, like, if we're asking about, do I believe that there's really an Area 51 and there's really alien hidden technology and life forms on this place? Do I believe that? No. Do I believe that people believe that and that they'll go to any extent to try to prove it? Yes. I definitely do. So do I believe that random, it might not be 1 million, but do I feel like a lot of people would try to show up at Area 51 and try to see if it's true? Hell yeah. They would try.
Where do aliens really come from besides movies? I think aliens actually started in fucking movies.
But how would you know that it's an alien when you see it? Because in your mind,
Started
you're just
on
thinking
TV.
of some kind of creature. But what if you walk in the Area 51 and they look like us and you can't tell that they're
You
aliens?
can't even tell their head.
Because they look just like fucking humans. So that's what I'm saying. So what are you really breaking in there to try to do? Because what if you walk in there and you can't even tell who's a fucking alien?
No, I think it's a cover. I think the whole 51 thing is a cover of what's really going on. Like they multiplying people or something down there. Like
So you think they're
some
doing
heavy
genome experiments?
parse experiments. I'm talking
It's
about
hard.
cutting limbs
It's definitely
off.
not aliens.
You think it's a genome experiment?
Yeah,
You think
I
they're
think it's just
doing
a cover
human
up.
testing?
Let them think it's something.
Cloning and all that.
Really, we
Exactly,
just
because
out here doing some savage ass shit that we don't want y'all to
and
know.
the crazy part is the truth is usually more horrific than what the lie is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it gotta be something more than just
Usually the truth
it gotta be
is way
something
more
than
horrific.
this. Like everything, every little doubt.
They might be over here splicing dog with man, like that splice movie.
Splice.
I mean, you never know with colonizers. They always want to push the limits of the
they always
boundaries because I'm gonna keep saying this. Colonizers think they're supreme beings anyways. They think they're superior. They think they're the chosen one. So they think that they're God and they can play God. So I don't push that past them wanting to play God. And maybe Area 51 is just a place where they try to play God. And so maybe they created something that they don't know what it is. So we call it a fucking alien because they done created some shit that they shouldn't create.
I mean, just like I said
Or
earlier,
they playground.
Exactly.
shit, like we talking Area 51, like we've known about Area 51 for so like since we were children, man. Like
But
before we were
70s,
born,
wasn't it?
Area 51
Yeah.
has been there. Like Like, come on, man. Nothing is gonna stay stagnant with these people. Like, it's all kind of things that they spoon feed us when we're ready for it. That's what's going on at Area 51.
My thing is this.
You know what I mean?
Why are
if
the
it's not Area 51 no more, it's probably Area motherfucking 61 by now.
But my thing is why is the aliens? Why would the aliens have to hide the fact that they're alive? What do they get by pretending that they're not here?
Exactly.
I'm just trying to figure out that. Let's get to that. If you can prove to me why the aliens would hide the fact that they're aliens, and especially if they're superior, why would you need to hide that?
That's the main fact.
If you could prove that
how would we
and get me
capture
past that, then we can talk about what's in Area 51. But we still got to figure out, well, why is these aliens hiding that shit?
Too much shit that don't make sense.
It's just too much shit that don't make sense. Because if an alien was able to come from another planet and land on our planet, and they were stupid enough to get caught by our dumb asses, there's something not right with these aliens. That you traveled the whole universe to get here, and then you wasn't smart enough to know that we had weapons of, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. It's so much more to this Area 51 thing. But like I said, colonizers have always been in the business of selling us dreams and selling us things, and we just believe it. So this is just another factor of them selling us something and we believe it. And I just don't think that you're gonna, even if you do go there, whatever you're looking for is not gonna be there when you get there. Because that just doesn't, if they're really trying to keep it a secret, why would they let you know what the secret is?
It's going to be a gift shop there when you get there.
Exactly, with a bunch of alien stuff for you to buy. Because that's what it's all about, money. Making money. Come on in, Alien 51. While you're here, get you an alien. Stuffed animal.
You want to take a picture?
Take a picture with this alien.
Yeah.
You done spent all this money. That's how they're going to get the gas people going to be able to jack up the prices, because they're going to, oh, got all these niggas coming in. These people come to see the aliens, man. We can jack the gas up. Plane flights finna go up because now people gonna be flying more. You know, it's just a way to get people to spend money. We're gonna spend money. Come on out here, because Area 51 in Nevada. I mean, where is that? Even Nevada, Arkansas. It's nothing there.
Why would you even know where it's at?
But but what is out there? What is out there besides Area 51 that y'all finna be out there? Nigga, you gonna be sleeping in your cars in desert roads because it's out there in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, literally out there in the middle.
I don't even think there's a whole lot of gas stations you have to drive.
I mean, did they give out the address?
That's what I don't know either. Did they like?
It doesn't make no sense.
It's hard, but like I feel like it's another tool to distract people from what's really going on in America. And with Bush calling these people to go back to the country, they're so smart with distracting us from what really is important.
The Iron Horse, yeah.
It's so, and that's and they're so good at it. Television, they'll think of anything else to keep you off of what's important, what's going on in your life, what's going on in your country. But more people are worried about this goddamn alien Area 51 than they are what's going on in your real world, and that you motherfuckers is about to be slave. That Trump is about to become a goddamn dictator. That's what he's working up to. Like, I don't give a fuck what people say.
They about to get these chips in your arms soon.
Right, he's working up to try to become a dictator.
That shit you should think about.
Yeah, and it's real. People don't believe that, but they got chips where they finna put it in your teeth.
They're already tracking you with your phone.
You heard that the Russians is the one that put out that new face agent app shit. That the Russians the one tied into it and shit, and that's why they, at the end of that day, bruh, and this is what's so silly about people. They're like, oh, the Russians and the people, they finna steal your identity. Listen, they don't have to even get your picture to steal your identity. Social media is such an easy, happy thing for people to get into who have intelligence. They can break into your shit with ease. That's why they got so many of these. Let me protect your identity online and shit like that, because it's just that easy for people who really want to get it. Because think about it, if you're smart enough to do it, you'll do it. The people that's smart enough to do it, they're not gonna have to make a face app. Bitch, I can just hack your shit. So, I don't know, man. Area 51, like I said, all of it is just a scam to keep people focused on shit that doesn't matter. Because if aliens, because my thing is this, let's say aliens are real. Let's say, and this just being devil's, let's play both sides.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Let's say everything up.
Go sacrifice your son.
I don't know about that.
And I don't think I have religion, so I think that makes me atheist. And that doesn't mean like I worship some upside down. Yeah, it doesn't mean like I worship some upside down giraffe. It just means that you just choose to believe what you want. Yeah, you just have doubts. You don't have to believe.
You have concerns.
I'm not saying that Christian is like that whole thing is a bad thing, because people do need faith. Because some people need something to keep them pushing, because they have no family, they have no friends, and they have no power to find it in themselves to keep on living. So they ask help from a person who will always be there, which I think was a smart thing that whoever did it or whatever group that they did it. I think they're heroes. Like the people who started it, I think they're heroes. But there's so many other like religious things. Like there's so many other break off branches that how could you just get into one and believe just that one?
Exactly.
There's so many other things to believe in. That's why I stick to believe myself. Honestly, like I'm not gonna wait around and pray for something that might happen. I'd rather just get up and make sure the shit gets done
Yeah,
myself.
like even in the Bible it says like prayer without worth is what? You know, like it's hollow. You know what I mean? You still got to put in the work. So like you're actually putting in the work to get back results.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're praying and results
Just
just falling out of the
blessing you,
sky.
it's just falling through the window.
You're still doing everything
you
to
have
get
to put in the
results.
work. And like I said, with my opinion on religion is, I'm like you, and I think I'm so against religion because I feel like I'm with you. I feel like religion was a good thing, that it was needed, but I feel like it's a double-edged sword. It's too big of a monster now.
Yeah.
I think with the start of it, it was for a good reason, and it was kind of to give something people when we were living in a dark time, something to hope for. But I think at the same time, it was people being. It's just we have always had people that was more intelligent than people at certain times. It's just always been proven. That certain people were just on a different, higher plane of thinking. And I think these people came up with religion because they realized that not only did they realize that people needed it, but they realized, damn, we can be in control of something. We can be in power of something. We can be in a position to have people listening to what we think. And I feel like that's how most religions is. It's all about getting people to think, which are, to me, like, and my real thing of what religion is, it's all a cult. And that's really what it comes down to. Every religion to me is a cult. It's all about what you're willing to follow, what cult you're willing to follow. And that's the key to it. Because that's all they are. It's anything where you
Because it's all man-made.
anything that you blindly
It's all
follow
man-made.
without any proof is, to me, the most insane thing you can do. Especially based off us as humans. And one thing that we ask a nigga to do is bring proof. Like, we're going against the natural thing of what we do with everything but religion. Anything else, when you would have something to go against somebody, you would have to bring proof. You would have to prove to them that that's what it is
right.
before they believe it. But religion is that's just a taboo thing that you don't question why.
You get your struck down. Like, you remember? Like, shit.
Hell
Mother, you
no.
think they get struck down. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
You just
You
don't
better
question.
say, you strike your ass down.
The Christians were nasty. The Crusades.
And
The Crusades.
you was moving my point.
It's all fear.
The
They
most
went through slaughtering motherfuckers.
The most
if you didn't want
nastiest
to be
people
Christian.
in the world are people of religious. The people who are in charge of religion. They have started some of the bloodiest wars. They have killed more people. Is religion. So for you to blindly follow something just because somebody tell you to do it, that's like walking outside and somebody you don't know told you, look, man, you gotta go down here and do this shit, bro, or you gonna die. And you not even thinking twice and just like, okay,
Just go do it.
I'm gonna
That's
go do it.
crazy.
You wouldn't do it because in your mind, it just doesn't process. It's not something smart to do. But like I said, when it comes to religion, because it's been passed down through your family
Okay.
and stuff.
Like shit, I feel what you're saying. But at the end of the day, like we were talking about, like, you gotta think, like, religion is like having a gun to your head. Like, if you don't do this, you're not gonna go to heaven.
Bro.
Okay,
And who,
You know what I mean?
and
I
my,
hate
That shit is powerful.
And my thing is this,
mind
though,
that you have.
and that's my thing is too, is that who wants to be in a
Do this or you
religion
ain't going to heaven.
that, and this is my biggest thing with religion. Who wants to be in a religion where, first of all, you don't know how to live your life perfect? It's impossible because the Bible tells you in every religion that nobody is perfect. But pretty much you have to try to live your life as perfect as possible with the hopes that God feels that it was okay for you to come to heaven. Because at the end of the day, it's still his choice. There's not like, and what I'm getting at is, there's not a meter that we could see that says, okay, this is what you need to do to get in heaven. And now you have to meet this expectation. We don't even know what's the expectation is to meet. We just got, oh, you gotta live like this, you gotta do like this. But at the same time, everyone sins. It's like, it's contradicting. It's like, how could I ever know? Because like it said, it's some people
Be
out here.
perfect, but you can sin.
Yeah, but it's people out here that probably never killed nobody and never stolen, but that don't mean they were good people. They could have been women abusers, they could have been child. You know what I'm saying? They could have been bad people. How do we judge whether or not they go to heaven?
And it's not just like just the culture, man. It's like the people inside of the culture.
Inside the culture
that makes it even worse.
Makes it worse.
You know what I mean? Because like a lot of people are really high and mighty.
And they're devoted.
That's just not a phrase. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? You got a lot of high and mighty people out here, man. Like, oh, you doing that? They talking behind your back. Like, it's so much.
They just in religion, people of
goes on behind
religion
the
are some of the
curtains
most
in
judgmental people ever too.
Yeah, man.
And then they're out here doing worse things than us, bro. They're out here committing these sins and atrocities, and they're supposed to be the people that
Atrocities.
yeah, bro. They're the people who's supposed to be
man,
saving and changing your life.
You got a new word today. Atrocities.
Like
Yeah.
you and I just man, what kills? But like I said, and I was telling Pablo because we had a very passionate conversation about this topic before. And my biggest problem with Christians and people of religion is you can't get them to either fathom the idea that there might not be a God or there might not be something else. To them, that's like blasphemy. You have, like, you know what I'm saying? They want to run and throw holy water on you. Ah, devil. Yeah. Get back here, Satan. Get out of here. Like, that's how they treat you if you speak like, they make atheist people seem like they're devil worshippers. Like
Devil worship.
they make
like they
you're-
worship.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Let me say this. Like, on that note, you know, like, I want to ask a question first. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I guess I'm kind of interested in this topic.
Yeah.
So, shit, I guess I'll say this. Like, do you think the world will actually be able to deal with it not being a religion or something to believe in? Like, do you think the world will just be in chaos? Like, I kind of actually think religion was a smart ass idea, man. Like, people didn't have nothing to live in, live for, or believe in. Like, I think it kind of would be more chaos.
It's definitely gonna be more chaos.
Yeah, because the big
But,
in the world.
But this is
like going into your own rabbit hole in your mind, like
it leads you down a dark tunnel.
exactly.
Definitely
Just like you said, I don't mind.
It's the devil's workshop.
Exactly.
But my thing is this, and this is the answer what you were saying is like we were saying earlier. I think it's a double-edged sword. I think it was at the time a great thing because we was in such a chaotic place.
But every bad thing
Has a
balance.
exactly.
So,
it's a balance. So
It
that's
has
why
to be a good thing.
It was a good thing at a point, but now because we have advanced so far, bro. And I'm not saying that if we find out that there's no afterlife and there's no God, and that when we die we just die and that's the end.
If reincarnation is really real,
I'm not
that we just
saying-
keep coming back.
But I'm not saying that
You
it
know what I mean?
won't be chaos. I'm not saying that, and
But we would never know the reincarnation.
Me personally is I guess it has to be like, am I okay with the fact that it might not be something and the chaos that might pursue it? And we got to be okay with that. The problem with that the problem that we have always had as America and as people is everybody always think that they gotta hide stuff from people. Like with our government, they feel like we're not ready for stuff, so they hide things from us. But at the end of the day, hiding it doesn't change that. Cause like I said, what's worse? Living your whole life with the perception that religion is real, is that you're going to another place, a better place, and then when you finally get there, realize it's not true, or knowing from the beginning that it's not true, and just living your life and realizing that okay, I'm gonna die. I would much rather have the opportunity to live my life and know that there's nothing else.
Oh, okay. So like, I feel exactly where you're coming from, and that makes perfect sense. But at the end of the day, like the way I think about it is like I'm just a realist, and like I think about every nook and cranny. You know what I mean? Just like we have crazy people in this world, if we didn't have like certain rules and certain institutions set up, you know, like we would just destroy ourselves.
But listen,
You know what I mean?
I feel like
There's a balance in everything.
I feel like we destroying ourselves, and we're just doing it at a slow pace with religion and with that. Because another thing is this, and this is why I guess this is why I say that we're destroying ourselves anyways. Because if you look at the Bible, and most Christians think they believe that God has a chosen people. He has chosen people. Now, I had an argument with my mom about this, and she said that we are the chosen people, black people, black Israelites, we're the chosen people. We committed an atrocity way beforehand where it has us being cursed for the rest of our life, clearly. That's what we're getting to. But my thing is this: how can you be the chosen people? How can we be the people of God, and He loves us so much, and allows us to go through this for so long, and we weren't even the people? Like, how you curse the generations after generations after generations after generations after generations? This is not just a little curse. This ain't just like a curse that just started. Like, this shit's been going on since we know it. It's been a curse about us that, and then I tell my mom, like, maybe we're not the chosen people. Maybe we need to get that idea out of here. Maybe these colonizers are the chosen people. That's why they've been on top for so long. That's why they control everything. Because maybe we're not what we say, or maybe just maybe the Bible is not 100% correct, and it's not exactly what is put on there. But you can't even fathom that. Some people can't even fathom that idea because it'll crush everything that they done lived up to now.
Like a motherfucker probably punching in your face right now if you said that to them, like you telling them where you at.
You telling me my daddy slaved away for this many years for nothing? That'll hurt me, man. You telling me we were slaves for nothing? Yeah, bro. I'm sorry. We were, because it was because, like I told my mom, maybe the white people were more advanced, and it's not maybe they were moving in ships. They was conquering.
They brought the education to us.
They were already advanced more than us,
at least in America.
So, like I told my mom, I'm not saying that if we the chosen one for your God, if your God chose us as the chosen one, and we're part of the chosen one, what's up, God? Hey, listen, damn, what's the real plan behind this?
Maybe Jesus.
Because if you're telling me that our curse ends,
sweet baby Jesus.
Let's just say we don't live to see our curse, and we don't live to see the curse lifted. But then you look at people, they talking about the book of Revelation and how the world's coming to the end, and people already talking about we in the end of days, and so goddamn it, I mean the curse we ain't gonna never be.
I've been here at the end of the days my whole damn life.
Exactly. So it's like, at the end of the day, we've been hearing a lot of things. Like I was telling Pablo, what happened to God? I remember God used to make all these miracles happen. So now he was just like, you know what, fuck you niggas. He gave the miracles through Jesus, right? But he was making miracles before Jesus was born. That's the one thing God has been doing. It ain't Jesus. He's been making miracles before.
I ain't hear about miracles.
Yeah, he been making miracles happen, bro. And how the fuck is now all of a sudden no miracles happen? So you telling me, because a plane...
They can't walk on water no more?
You telling me because a plane crashed and not everybody died, that's a miracle? No, bitch, you was lucky. Because I know plenty of plane crashes where everybody died. And so now you're telling me that God is picking and choosing who he wants to be alive and who he wants to be blessed and who he wants to... It sounds like a God with too many human qualities. And this is what I keep saying. If he's God, we giving him too many human qualities. And I know like people say, we made in his image. Are we really?
Humans said all of this shit.
That's what I'm saying. Are we really? Because humans said that we made in his image. Because
the Bible did not fall from heaven. These are not God's words. These are people that walked and breathed and learned how to write cursive and all of this shit.
Exactly. If we're all, and it's, first of all, that's
just,
to me that's stupid, because we can't all be made in this image because we're all look so different. We're all just different. Now, if you're talking about just the whole clay of man is made in his image, like the human body is made in the structure that God looks like a human, but we're not made in his image as far as everything else. We don't have the same mind, because I can't think that a God, that's why he's God. He can't have these limitations that we have. That'll take away him being a God.
All right, bro. Like, we kind of taking away and going on. What do you think?
About, I mean, I said my piece about religion. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I never. I've seen a couple movies, and like I said, my own research, it wasn't up to what I thought it would be. It's not somebody who is just gonna forget whatever you did, because there's so much wrong shit. Deciding to like suicide is a bad thing.
If you commit suicide, you go straight to hell.
You go straight to hell. But most of the people who commit suicide, life's been so rough on them, so unbearing that they have to end their life. You're gonna be mad at them because they wanted to get out of something that they didn't want to be in, and they had no other choice. They had no way else to talk to them.
And I just can't believe that those people believe in hell.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's horrible. That's a horrible thing to do.
Most of those people don't don't know about religion.
I don't want to say they don't, but I just don't believe they believe in hell, because if you're a Christian and you killed yourself and you know that you're going to hell, I don't care how bad this life is. You're not finna kill yourself. If you're finna spend eternity burning in a lake of fire.
Boy, they don't believe in it. I see.
Burning in a lake of fire.
For
That's
eternity.
hell. That
But
is
not just
hell.
for a little time. It's
And
not
that
like it's eternity.
Yeah, you can do one sin.
Eternity,
You can
bro.
do one sin
And end up in
and
this
go
burning
to
lake
hell.
of fire.
That's
Fear
crazy.
makes
You can
people
need food.
Do things.
accept religion.
You can
It
eat
definitely,
food
it
for
definitely
your
makes
children.
people do religion.
You can need food for your family.
Come on.
But
You're
if you
scared into this
steal,
shit.
but if you steal, that's
Just like the
sin.
government.
But you doing what you gotta do.
To keep your family
That's
alive.
why
It just
like I
doesn't add
said, being you and making sure you straight, making sure you yourself can do it is such a big thing to me, because I feel like everybody waits on somebody else. They wait on a queue. They look for help. That's why the people made faith. That's why they made all this religion.
You gotta have
because people just need something.
You have to have a reason
keep
to
them
do
going.
something.
You have to have a reason.
Because most people would give up on living if they realized that there was nothing. Just imagine if you I just want to throw this out there, put this in perspective. Let's think about these people like over in Africa, like you used to see when we was kids. These kids that got nothing. They barely got drinking water, and they barely got anything to live for. You're telling me that you're trying to convince them people that you had to go through this hard life just to make it to heaven. When you got, like I told my mama, when you got people that I know are fucked up people and doing some fucked up shit, living their best fucking life, I just don't see how that can balance out. I don't see how that can balance
Does
out.
anybody know exactly what goes on when you get to heaven? Is it like beach parties up there?
I just don't even understand.
Is it like?
Are we up there watching him watch us?
That's what I'm saying. What is going on? Are we watching over our loved ones? Are we having fun? Is there a party?
You know,
At
like,
the end of the-
I really
at
don't
the
think
end
they
of the
ever
fucking world,
explain
They can't.
why heaven is so great.
Because nobody ever been there. Like I was telling Papa, nobody came back and said, "Oh shit, hell's hot, nigga, don't come." We have no proof, and that's what makes religion such a scary thing, because we have decided to put this blind faith in it, no matter what, like without the proof, and that's just not us as human beings. With the way we think, we don't go off of it without having proof. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why the alien thing is such a big thing, because we need proof. That's why people want to storm Area 51, because they need us as people. We need fucking proof.
You ain't gonna find shit.
And if we don't find proof, guess what? If they raid 51 and there ain't no aliens, they're gonna be like, "Oh, aliens don't exist," because that's what we strive ourselves off.
They done moved them.
We need that proof. So, but when it comes to God and religions, we don't need that proof, because we're willing to just say we're just willing to blindly go off faith. And that, to me, it just doesn't make sense as people, because we don't even know who wrote the Bible. We don't know who that first person was. We just got stories that have been passed down through history that says that this is what happened. But we don't have
And they
anybody.
had a name. John wrote this. David wrote this.
Paul, what's this? This and that. Come on, bro. Like, we gotta stop it, bro. And I feel like it's okay to have doubts, because like that's what God gave us. He gave us the ability to have doubts and choices and stuff. So if he didn't want us to have doubt about him, he wouldn't have put doubt in our mind. We wouldn't even have doubt. We would just automatically. But why even, if God was God and he didn't want us to praise other gods, why even give us the ability to think about? And this is what I asked Pablo, and this is something that I really think about. When God made Adam, there was no other gods. If you believe in Christianity, Adam didn't know about other gods because he was the only God. So even with Adam eating for the tree of life, that was not, if other gods don't even exist, he's not going to have the knowledge of other gods because they don't even exist. So for these people to make up their own gods later on just doesn't make sense to me. Because Adam knew for a fact that God existed because he made him into that. Like, he had proof. He talked to God. God gave him the power to make all these stuff. So he doesn't have to think that there's other God, because this is the guy who created. So how did we come about having all these other religions? Because it was because it's a group of people who came up with the idea that this is the religion that we should have, and people believed in it. They're like, hey man, that makes no sense.
And they say like,
Come on,
it's the what's the tree of truth.
The tree of life, and all that
tree
shit.
of life,
Come
like,
on.
like so he bit it, and then the truth was God didn't exist.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
I feel what you're saying.
And then the tree of life supposed to gave him.
Don't make sense.
It supposed to gave Adam all knowledge, but we don't really know things. We don't have all knowledge. We not that smart. Adam struggled after he left out of the Garden of Eden. Even with all the knowledge,
He
struggled.
He would have been straight building.
Come on, he would have been
Building cars.
he would have been able to live good without that because he has all the fucking knowledge.
He was known to be.
So it's just so many questions. Like I said, there's so many things that come into play when you think about religion, and that I think that people should question and not just blindly follow.
Exactly. And to grab what you just said, I'll say this, man. Like, if it was really a God or whatever, like we would all be together.
Yeah, we would all be together.
There would be no separation.
There'd be no different religions.
If it was really one God,
If it really
it would have to be one God. If God is real.
if it was really just one all-powerful God. And my thing is, like I said, some people believe that when Adam got kicked out of the garden, God turned his back on us. But that don't make sense because then you said he did all these miracles. He kept making ways to try to help us survive. So clearly he didn't take himself out of the picture. So it just like it's so much stuff that people just. But I understand the concept behind religion. People need something to believe in, bro. That's bigger than them. And I think it's cool. I'm okay with Christians believing in God and there's people believing in Buddha. But what I don't like is the fact that Christian people and religious people, they try to force everybody to believe that shit. If you don't believe it, then you're a sinner or you're this. Like, okay, man, if that's what you want to believe, then that's okay. Just like with everything else, everybody get to believe. And then another thing is Scientology is a new religion. We don't have history passed down of Scientology. Some group of people started that religion. So is it so hard to believe that other people started other religions? Is that really so hard?
Maybe in our lifetime.
Come on.
Scientology came about.
It came about in our lifetime. This ain't no passed down thing through history and we found a hidden book of Scientology. No, nigga, a group of people came up with this idea and they made it into something. And now, like I was saying, telling nephew, it's a real religion now. It is considered a real religion. So what makes us think that all these other religions didn't happen the same way Scientology?
I mean, atheists definitely exist, but Scientology.
Come on,
okay,
bro.
that shit came within our lifetime.
Yeah, it's
Scientology is more understandable though, if you ask me, because Scientology can prove it. They can show you.
because they
this
basing
happens
everything
to
off
this
of proof.
because of this.
I mean,
And they might have made up how it happens because of this, but they're showing you how
Yeah.
it ends. They're showing you how it ends. It didn't just happen.
Yeah.
It ain't just like everything wasn't just made with a snap of a finger. They got the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Okay, something hit the moon.
okay,
broke up from the moon.
that's what I was gonna say. So, is that considered Scientology?
Yeah, that's considered Scientology.
Okay, so it definitely didn't happen in our lifetime.
Yeah, the Big Bang Theory, how we started off and how everything was covered in water, or most everything was covered in water, and then we evolved. We started off as some type of water animal because that's what we started off with. We seen things on land, and then as years and years, because evolution takes God knows how many years, thousands, if not millions. We evolved to go get whatever was on that beach.
But
we got out of the water. And
I thought we came from sand and
but no, I was just about to say.
Neanderthals.
But I don't know about all that. But I do believe that the one thing we know is that we're created from the earth. Because when we die, we go back to the earth. Everything on this planet that dies goes back to the earth. We become a part
all
of
of
the
that
earth.
is Scientology.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, no, not even Scientology. I'm just saying the one thing that we know as humans, that when you die, your body decomposes and turns into dirt. And then the dirt eats your, exactly, and all that shit happens in a cycle of fucking life, bro. That's one thing that we know that happens. It ain't nobody dying, ain't no spirit floating up out of your body, watching your body die, going, we can't prove that part. But we could prove that when you die, bro, when animals die, they decay. When we die, we decay. We become earth.
So compost.
Are we just? But then I was telling this to Pablo. Are we just a product of the earth? Are we just something that the earth created? Just like everything fucking else that the earth created. We're just something that the earth created, and that's why some people believe in Mother Earth and But to me, that's more realistic than some higher being out there that put us on this earth and breathed life into our body. It's more that we just was ruled by the earth. Earth has made us. And that's why we're able to live on Earth. Because this is one of the only places that's sustainable for life.
I want to know what the whole soul thing came from.
It's more than clay.
Yeah, that's what the soul. If you believe in religion, God breathed air into the clay of the earth and made us.
God breathed.
Yeah, that's the
You said from dirt.
into a
And then He made our souls.
That's
Our souls are made out of,
his air.
I think it's air and some dirt.
Listen,
We are some
if that's what
nasty
you believe
creatures down
in religion.
So when we die though in religion, doesn't our soul travel on, not our body? So it's like is it a funny thing or is
That's what I just said. We can't prove that our soul is some thing that's just living inside this husk. We can't prove it because we know we got lungs and, well, we don't know the soul.
That's crazy.
It's so much stuff
Mind
going
make up that.
That's
You never know. But you never know, bro. But people will blindly believe, but like I was saying earlier, that's what cults are. And back in the 70s and the 80s, cults were big. People were killing each other, killing themselves to be in this.
there was a guy
Come
Spain
on.
who killed thousands of people.
Yeah, bro.
Or hundreds of people.
These people. It's people, bro, that'll follow something that they believe that wasn't true, and kill themselves over something that wasn't real, that somebody made up. And that's why I said, bro, that's what religion is. It's just a cult of people making up stuff and people willing to believe it because, like you said, somebody needs something to believe in. Especially people who are struggling. Especially people who need some reason when they're in their darkest time, need some kind of light to help them get out of that shit. They need it. Because if not, bro, could you imagine knowing that you living, like I said, once again, could you imagine knowing that you was dirt poor, living in a village where you can barely drink water and that's all that is ever going to be for you? That'll destroy you.
Yeah, it would be. Come on, bro. A lot of people.
So a lot of people can't live with that real truth. And I mean, like I said, now do I wish that it was a higher power out there that's going to take us to a better place? And this, yes, but at the same time, no, because like I say, if I believe that there's a heaven, I got to believe that there's a hell. And I don't want to be burning in eternity for the little time that I spent here. That's all I say. So,
Yeah, I'm definitely not a person.
I definitely know. I definitely know it's a higher power. Obviously, how do we get it? I definitely think it's a higher power. It's definitely a higher power.
I don't believe it.
I'll still that question.
Yeah, I'm still at the question. I'm not going to say
Definitely
that
there's a
just
higher
because
power.
how we
Yeah,
get there,
I've been
that doesn't
questioning
mean that
since
there's a higher power that put us there. I just can't believe
since
that.
I was young.
Exactly, and I've been questioning since I was a
Even
kid.
if the earth is a higher power, bro, that's still a fucking higher power.
I don't know. I can't see it that way.
But
But
yeah.
exactly. I don't think that earth sent me to hell.
Bro, like I didn't say God. I said a higher power, bro. So heaven don't got nothing to do with higher power. I said it's a higher power, like higher than us, bro. That's what higher power means. It ain't got nothing to do with God.
I don't know. It gotta be power.
Yeah, exactly. They gotta have some kind of
power.
Yeah, you gotta have some kind of power though. That's what makes it a higher power.
You mean power as in like omnipotent? How you
Yeah,
say
you
it?
said omnipotent.
Like
Yeah.
just knowing everything as in a higher power, or a higher power as in they have decisions to decide what we do or what we're gonna do.
They're powerful enough to create us.
Oh, but we create life. We make babies. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's a tough slope.
No, but I do believe in
obviously
spirits,
you like.
No, I do believe in spirits.
I feel like
but
we're the highest power. I feel like there's nothing greater on earth than us humans, and we dictate everything that goes on. We can destroy the land or we can build it. It's all in our power.
I believe in spirits.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that people dying and floating around.
A spirit of, no, I mean like a spirit of like a river, or like a spirit of a forest.
Oh, okay, more like
That's energy.
That's energy. Yeah, you believe in the energy or something. Not so much. It's not so much a spirit, but it's energy. I definitely believe in energy. But I feel like we control the energy. We give out negative energy, so we feed the negative. It's like I do believe in that stuff. But at the end of the day, man, religion is a very sticky slope because, like I said, people have killed for this.
We don't have enough time to separate religion.
Exactly. People have died for this stuff fully because, like I said, it's been going on since the beginning of time.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's so big.
It's such a and there's so many different religions.
There's
Exactly.
a lot of plot holes.
And there's so many different
And there's
twists
so many different people that have a different point of view.
about religion,
Right.
bruh. And some people, like we said, a lot of people just need it because that's all they know. And that's just a part of how we go. But I do want to promote people to talk about it. And I feel like that's what's dope about our conversation is just to have a conversation about it, man. Speak about it because I think there's a lot more people out there that feel like how we feel and we have and maybe not have full understanding of it. And I just heard that there's a new religion before we, end this. When I was in Cali, where God, because people been speaking about this, but God is a woman and all this other dynamics, how, God gave birth to people and it was really a woman and we're from that. It was a new religion to me when the girl was trying to tell me to it, but I'm so intrigued by it, so I let her give me a good spiel. And plus, she looked good. So I let her. She tried to get me to go to the church, and but listen, she kind of turned away because I'm such a strong individual with what I believe in. You can't just tell me, it's got to be so much more than that. Because you sound just like any other religion. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just decided to make it a woman as the most powerful being. But I'm not going to knock you for not being it because that's totally possible. Because we don't know. And I think that's the scariest part about religion. We don't know what's in the afterlife. We don't know what's after this. So I think it's make it nervous and make you want to, like you said, fear scares people into doing right. Even if this might not be what right is. So I feel like it was a good topic, though. I feel like we touched on some very sensitive topic, but I feel like it's stuff that people need to talk about, and I feel like it's a big part of, especially us as people of color in life, because religion really does dominate our life growing up. It's a big part of our life. It helps mold us to be the people that we are. So I definitely think that it's a conversation that you talk about, just like how we speaking about mental health and all that stuff. That's all a part of black people healing and getting to know each other. So, and getting better at what we do. We want to give a shout out to all our fans once again for checking in on us, man. Thank you for, giving your feedback, all that good shit, man.
Thanks to our guests.
Thanks to the one and only Frank. He out here doing this thing, man.
Trying to catch him Franklin.
Comedic rock star in the making, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all hear about it.
Okay, so we ain't talking about that. I was waiting to see what we were going to talk about that, man. Like, we have an inspiring comedian in front of us, man.
I am. And I really do want to work on it hard. Right now, the only thing I am missing is experience. I think I just need to live life a little. I really just need to live life a little. Because I feel like I can read people great. I have no problem making people laugh. I'm a likable person, like I said earlier. I'm a likable person. I feel like people cling to me, and I just make people laugh a lot. Like I'm very people happy. I do make people. I didn't want to say happy because I think that was most of my stuff. So I didn't want to say happy, but I make people laugh. I make people smile.
I can feel the energy that you want to say. You make.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that. Make people. I didn't want to say I make people happy, but I give off a good energy. So I really just want to, and I want to
be confident in whatever you do.
Exactly.
We definitely, man. Say you say what you want to say.
Exactly. Speak that shit into existence. But one thing about it, what's perfect is, this is a platform for you to be able to, give yourself that confidence of being in front of the camera.
That's what I really
speaking in front of people, talking to people, because you have to get comfortable with that, because that's a big part of showmanship. Being able to talk, because that's one of the biggest fears is stage fright. Most people have it. Yeah, they can't get in front of people.
I think it's above death.
I
literally think it's above death. Stage fright is literally like.
Yeah, man. I definitely promote you in your dreams. Stage fright, bro, because not me just being your uncle, bro, but just me being a nigga that's a fan of you, man. I feel like you are very talented, and you have so much more. You got so much to offer, bro. So, and like I said, our whole podcast is about being up to something, and I just want to consistently promote you to be up to something.
I'm up to something in the best way, though.
And this is not just gonna be a podcast. Like, this is gonna be a media company.
Yeah,
so we're gonna have a bunch of different things that fall under this umbrella that we're trying to build right now.
Exactly.
Because it's just not a podcast, guys.
I say this.
We got some stuff coming.
We got way too many talented people in our circle for us not to be doing things. And it's not even so much like I was telling him, just trying to be famous, man. We just have talented people that I feel like people should see your talents, man. Everybody should be everybody, especially with the time where we got social media and how we can put, man, if you have a talent or you think you have a talent, man, put that shit out there. You never know. Somebody might draw to it. So I feel like we should promote that stuff. We should promote more black people doing any and everything that they want to do. Because I seen a post about, not a post, but a talk show with Kevin Hart a while back. He was talking about, he had some people who they think it's easy to be a comedian. And not everybody is funny, so everybody shouldn't try to do it, just like everybody shouldn't try to be a rapper. And I'm against that way of thinking. Bruh, if you want to be a rapper and you want to try, whether you're a good rapper or not, bruh, you should, if that's what you want to do, give it a try. Because at the end of the day, if you're not good at it, if it's not something, at least it's something that you did and you want to do and you tried. People, we got to stop telling people that they can't do this, or you shouldn't do that because it just doesn't seem like that's the type of person. No, bruh, go out there and try everything. You want to be a comedian, you want to try doing football, basketball, whatever it is. I don't care if anybody told you that you're not trying, if that's what your passion is. So give it a try, man. Run ahead first. So definitely, it was a beautiful episode, bro. I definitely had enjoyed y'all, man. We're gonna shout out y'all, holla at y'all, get it. Check us out on social media. all of it. We coming through. We finna start doing the merchandise like we always say. We up to something, man. Promote us. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a nigga that you don't like about us, my nigga. Let's do it.
Yeah, hopefully I can get some type of way to drop my things in the link in the bio, so if y'all really missed this face or just want to check me out more, y'all can go hit my stuff.
They ain't gonna miss it.
First of all,
This is what haters do. But this is what haters do, though. But this
first
is
of all,
it's all right.
light-skinned niggas have not been in, bro. Light-skinned niggas have not been in.
Definitely lied.
All right, y'all
That's
saying
not
that.
exactly.
All right.
Light-skinned niggas ain't been in.